And yes, it is StatCrunch time. Woo woo. All right, so in my previous video, we talked about using the empirical rule to find the probability that something occurs. We want to now use StatCrunch. Now, some of you might be thinking, could we use StatCrunch in place of the empirical rule? You want both skills, okay? Certain textbook problems are going to ask you to use the empirical rule versus finding it, we'll say, exactly using StatCrunch, okay? One of the red flags that you'll know that you want to use StatCrunch is that if I go 180 and walk 35, that's going to walk me to 215, not 200. So I'm cutting my graph at spots which aren't 1 standard deviation away or 2 standard deviations away. They're any spot we care about. Okay, so StatCrunch is super easy to use for this, but you've got to first draw your picture. So when I draw my picture, it's pretty simple. We're just going to draw our little curve. We're going to put our mean in the middle. And unlike with the empirical rule, we're not going to walk out 1 standard deviation and 2 standard deviations. I'm just going to walk to 200. We're just going to eyeball it. And greater than 200 means that I want to shade this way. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure, now that I know what graph I want, I'm now going to go to StatCrunch. Okay, so you open up StatCrunch, which is open. You're going to go to Stat, Calculators, and all the way to normal. Okay, you guys can see that curve, right? Okay, now, when you're just shading to the left or shading to the right, it is standard. Between is when you want to do a middle region, okay? But we want standard, remember? And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to type in our mean, which is 180. Don't freak out that it disappeared. It's because it's waiting for us to tell it. Stuff. 35. And then remember, I want to cut it at 200. Okay, now, if I hit enter right now, you're going to notice it's shading the wrong way because you have to change it so it shades the correct way. All right, so once we feel confident that this picture matches, the probability that this occurs, the area of the shaded region is right here. We're going to round it to 2 spots. We're going to call this 0.28. So that's saying that the probability that this happens, just write it in here, is 0.28 or 28%. That's the whole problem. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more. You can see these go really fast. So you might be wondering what's required. I need to see your quick little shaded picture, and then you can put your answer, okay? So over here for this one, my quick shaded picture, 180, I want 150, and less than means I want to go this way. All right, I'm going to come over here. That looks good, that looks good. I just need to change this to 150. Oh, and I need to change the symbol. All right, the probability that this would occur. Now, some of you might be thinking this is 0.19, but remember we're going to round to 2 decimal places. That 5 is going to round that 9 up, so this is actually going to be 0.20. All right, let's sneak this guy in. All right, let's do one last one. They're pretty fast. This one is going to be between 150 and 200. Some of you may be really bothered that this isn't to scale. Then make more of an effort. But I'm just trying to get a general idea of what I'm looking for. All right. So here, I'm going to come over here and hit between the 180 and the 35. I don't need to mess with, but I do need to type in 150. And I need to type in 200. Boom. There it is. And it looks like it's 52%, 0.52. All right, that is the normal calculator. I hope you enjoy using StatCrunch for this.